Welcome to the Pinch Mug Olympics! Woo! We have approached some of the biggest brands in pinch mugs, and we have been sent this amazing assortment of pinch mugs to test and compete against each other to see which pinch mug is the ultimate of all pinch mugs.
I'm so excited. I mean, who could ever thought from doing mad adventures trad videos that one day we could be sat here reviewing mugs?
Well, honestly, climbing is really my second favourite thing in the world. Because you know what my first favourite thing in the world is? Drinking tea!
Oh my god.
We're living the dream now.
I am combining my two loves into one.
So what makes this a pinch mug and not a crimp mug?
Well, I can answer that. I actually did my bachelor's thesis on crimp versus pinch mugs. You see, a pinch mug, it's the equidistant parabola of the volume of the cup, and then you have to divide that by the diameter, whereas a crimp mug is not equidistant, and that's, you know, really where the difference is.
Ah, yes, that makes sense now. Thanks.
On one side, we have from Scotland, Discover and Draw. Thanks very much for this pinch mug. These two guys here are from Kletteretter, the badasses from Germany. Here we have the English pinch mug strong crew, the MA3T, I think that's how you say it, or mate. I don't actually know how to pronounce the name, but MA3T.
Coming in with an extra espresso cup, so already impressed.
For the boulders out there. And on this side, we have the Americans. This is from Climber Goods. So thanks Climber Goods for providing this one. So we have a full crew here of pinch mugs. And we're back now with a nice pot of tea. The teapot of life. It says, the world can sometimes throw us with its trouble and its strife, but may happiness brew always in the teapot of your life.
Wow.
Boom.
And as you can see, this
Shit.
this jug is more of a jug pouring handle. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to review two of these mugs, Robbie is going to take two of these mugs, and Mary will take the back two mugs.
I was going to say, no tea drinking competition would be incomplete without biscuits.
Oh
These
my
are more
gosh.
coffee biscuits, but I think we can manage.
Jesus, that's quite hard. Whew.
Cheers, lads.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's quite an aggressive pinch, this one. Like, I actually feel like I have to properly crinch it, you know? Like, a proper vice grip.
Quarter crimp.
I'm feeling very in control with this. I even took off my index finger. I can hold it with just two. It's very in control, ergonomic. My fingers are fitting nicely in. The tea, I can really control the amount of liquid entering my mouth as I drink this. I'm impressed.
I think if I put any more tea in this, I'd actually be struggling to hold this. It's quite a large mug, and the pinch is actually quite small. So, like, I don't know. I think this is certainly like, this is definitely the sort of hold I'd find on a 9A. You know, this is a 9A pinch mug.
Wow.
For sure.
I mean, this one, when I first started holding it, was fine, and I was like, I could hold this for days. And the more I'm holding it, I'm like, oh, I should probably put this down, because it is actually getting quite tricky, and it's like I can feel it work in my fingers. I think if it was a full mug and I was at the office, I would worry a little bit about getting from the kitchen back to my desk.
It's good.
I mean, this one, I thought, oh, it's smaller, it's more positive, it's going to be better than that one, but because it's so small, you can't get it's literally a two finger pinch, so it's like really starting to feel it, and good job it's an espresso, and you don't, you can just kind of knock it back.
This one's actually, it's quite an aggressive little pinch, but it's very positive. Good in cut, lots of little grooves for extra friction. You know, if I had chalked up before pinching this mug, I'd be solid on it, but even though I haven't chalked up, I still feel pretty on it, you know?
I'm already, because the first one was a small metal mug, and it was such a good pinch, I wasn't expecting this, because this, I think the bigger mug actually makes a massive difference. Even the weight of it, I'm like, ooh, And I thought this was going to be really positive and easy to hold, but I'm having to pinch.
Oh yeah?
I thought it'd be fairly effortless, but I can really feel I'm like pinching.
So this one's probably quite a good one to do before going for a climbing session.
Fantastic warm up. It feels like
Yeah.
fantastic warm up.
The good thing with this one is, because it is only 2 fingers, you can swap if you want to work front to or back to.
That's brilliant.
So it's like you really can continue your training. This is like the kind of mug lattice would make.
Dangerous, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? What? He's going for the double match. He's going to twist that arm round. Yes! Boom! Alright, we shouldn't have done that. Okay guys, the very last thing we need to do is test what these are like after a climbing session. There's one thing having a cup of tea before a climbing session, but when your skin is red raw and you come back for that, you know, post-session cup of tea,
true.
you know, how are you going to be able to pick up that mug, you know, with raw fingertips?
Any worries?
I'm pretty nervous about mine. I think it's ceramic, so I reckon...
It's quite a thin mug as well. It's not bulky on the handle. There's not a lot to protect you from the heat of the mug.
Exactly. That's a genuine worry of mine.
This one, the one I'm worried about is I'm so close to the edges. My fingers kind of are resting on the hot bit of the mug and I can't readjust.
I would love to share concern, but I'm fooling nobody. I think mine are going to be okay to hold.
Colin's done well. He's engineered this.
Yeah.
Cool. Should we do it?
Let's go climbing.
Boom! Woo! God, that is such a hard move.
And now we're back from a climbing session.
Whoa.
Fingers are chalked.
And raw.
Raw, yeah. Although, yeah.
I've definitely got some splits. My fingertips are a little bit red.
And tired, so I don't have the pinching power that
That's
I
true.
did have beforehand.
You can try now.
I'm gonna go left hand. It's my bad hand, but I'm feeling crazy. God,
Not too bad.
I can feel it's warm.
Yeah?
Is it nice though?
It's pleasantly
The
warm.
hold's warm.
It's pleasantly. It's okay. No, it's actually not that warm. That was placebo.
Something hot there you can warm up your hands on when you're out.
That was okay. I mean, it's the same. It's quite a small cup, so it doesn't really get that heavy. It's a really good pinch. So I must say, although I'm tired and it's definitely a bit extra effort, I can't pretend that was hard. It's just not. Initially, the hold is holding up. It's holding up, keeping cool. I'll go for it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Alright.
Definitely is, but I can definitely feel the weight of this. The big ceramic holds more liquid. It's heavier in itself just because it's bigger. The pinch, although it's good, it's just a pure pinch. So after a climbing session, it is that bit extra effort.
But it's still fine for after a hard climbing session.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't really focus on pinches today. So who's to say if I went and focused on pinches, that tea might have just poured out myself.
Okay, I'm really excited about this one because this one I think is going to be particularly challenging with a hot liquid inside.
Do you just spot?
Ooh! Ooh, that's hot. I can feel my fingertips warming up there.
Yeah.
Ooh!
I mean, Robbie, you wish the manufacturer had warned against such situations as putting hot liquids in this mug.
Warning! This mug is not to be used for hot drinks, as the handle may get hot. Handle? What are you talking about? It's a bloody pinch! Do not use near expensive, fragile, or delicate items. This mug is not a toy. You have been warned.
That's pretty extreme.
It's very... They're considerate. They've thought of their market.
It's not a toy. You're not supposed to be hot beverage inside it. So what are you supposed to put inside it?
What is it?
Like
What?
orange juice or something?
It's a plant holder.
It actually would be a nice plant holder.
To be fair, it's actually not too bad. Like, I'll be honest. Like, it does warm your fingertips up. I think if you have your fingers on there for quite a long time, I can feel it building up. Because heat will warm up your fingers, and therefore your fingertips will sweat, and because it is ceramic and it's slippy, I reckon that this will be harder to hold, not only because it's hot, because your fingertips are going to sweat. It's going to like...
So would you recommend chalking when using this mug?
Especially when hot, you know. I think if you're using a hot liquid, I would definitely recommend chalking up.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair.
Which is good because I have already chalked up because I had a climbing session. So after a climbing session, a little bit hot on the old fingertips, but at least you got the chalk on your fingertips to be able to hold it.
I mean...
Go on, go for the drink. Go for the drink. Go on, Mary. Come on. Come on. Go on, take another. Go on, take another sip. Go on.
Go on.
Go on, Mary. Go on,
I'm not gurning because of the hole. It's because I really don't like this tea Robbie's picked. It's not very nice. I am noticing it slipping a wee bit, being a bit warmer, but...
So if it was, let's say you'd preheated the cup, fresh espresso in
that
there.
would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
I would not recommend preheating the cup.
That's something I do with coffees in a big mug or a small mug. I would have filled this with boiling water and then put my coffee in.
That's
So
what I
maybe
do.
these aren't the mugs for me.
They're tea mugs, not coffee mugs.
Okay, going for the Clutteretta green pinch mug. Well,
Nice.
I mean, I think like the
Solid
hold
form.
itself doesn't get particularly warm. The ceramic is, of course, ceramic. Therefore, it does get a bit hot.
Insightful.
But the actual hold itself is fine. And so, last but not least, Mary.
This is the one I've been worried about. We kind of gave this one a bit of a trial run, and I had to call for assistance on this mug when trying to bring it upstairs because it was too hot. Couldn't hold it. The problem is not the hold getting warm, but the fact that you nestle your fingers against the ceramic, which, I mean, it's cooled down a bit in the cold air, but I can tell you when it's piping hot, you start to notice your fingertips getting, and especially after a climbing session
If
with
you've
everyone.
preheated that cup, like,
I know.
it's a hard time.
But it's actually kept the tea really warm, so it's not too
Wow.
bad right now. But
Cool.
I'm going to go, and I'm going to say that these boys are the best for your beginner. If you're just getting into the pinch tea mug game, I think these are a good place to start. And I would say it's even natural progression. You start off with this smaller guy. It's probably the best pinch on the table, but it's also the smallest cup, so the weight's not going to be too heavy. It's going to be comfortable. Then after a little while, you build up to this guy. The pinch, tiny bit worse, and you're building the weight up. So I think this is is the perfect intro duo.
Yeah.
To the
So you get them as a set.
I'm just gonna add in there that you've got the Clutteretta orange pinch mug with the more positive pinch, but you've also got the Clutteretta slightly worse pinch. So you've kind of got like a progression there. You know, you can progress with Clutteretta too as well.
I would honestly say if you start using these cups in the morning, let's say, so for the first week you use this mug, then this mug, then this mug, I would say in 3 weeks you could go from probably 6-day climber to 9-day climber easy.
Yeah, easy.
that's what I've been missing out with training.
All right, so I'd say, you know, for the Adam Ondras of tea drinkers out there, I would honestly go for the MA3T, the mate one. This, you've got to properly try hard to grip this thing. And the benefit of this one is you're pulling hard, you're training whilst you're drinking your tea. It's a small edge. It's shaped like an actual piece of rock. So if you're an outdoor climber, you're going to be getting that, you know, same specific training necessary for rock climbing. But also, because of the changing in conditions of the ceramic with the heat, it changes the dynamics of your tea drinking session. You know, if you want to have a cold session, all you have to do is do a cold brew, and you're good there. And if you want to do like train for the temperature variation, the heat, say you're going on a trip to Spain or something, well, then you can just put some hot tea in it.
If you're training for winter climbing, you can use your axes to pick it up.
Oh my god, that'd be genius.
Could be a good thing to do actually.
I mean, if you're wanting a pinch mug but you know, you want a challenge, but you don't want something that's going to burn your fingers off, I would go with this one from Climber Goods. I mean, it's not super easy, but it's very comfortable. So you, like, I don't know, I just got images of myself at a climbing wall or in my office just drinking it and feeling quite good about it. It's like I'm saying I'm a climber, but it's not like super challenging, and don't look like I'm struggling.
Nice.
So it's, I mean, I really like the espresso mug. I think it complements it well. It definitely looks really nice. Again, it's like got the Instagram vibe, but I mean, if you're not into espresso, you're not gonna use it. That's the only thing I'd say with it. But apart from that, it's great. Espresso mug.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking a lot about the aesthetics of the mug, but I think we have to also mention the coasters we got from Discover and Draw,
Yeah, really
which are
nice.
amazing, and I think they're just perfect for a van or like climber in your life.
So that's it. That is our
Wow.
Pinch Mug Olympics completed. You know what? I don't think there's a clear winner. They're all winners. They're all flipping awesome.
Woo.
There's a pinch mug for every level of climber out there. And yeah, I think they're all pretty awesome.
So wholesome.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're interested in buying one of these fine pinch mugs, then check out the link below. We're going to be sharing where you can buy each one of these pinch mugs. Thank you to everybody who provided them for us. And yeah, like, subscribe, and ding that wee bell for notifications when the next video is out.
And comment what we should review next. Whoa!